Okay, so, okay, I can move. Awesome. After last session's, I'm not gonna say horrible boss fight, but she was tough. I went and grinded some more. Let's get tough. So, I think the key to success there, for me at least, was stamina. So I'm gonna pump stamina as hard as I can go. And get up to 150%, but that's only an additional 20%. I don't know if that one's worth it. The extra blood from biting might be. Yeah. Let's pump that too. Because the extra damage would be nice. But what boss fight? Let's see. If you missed it, spoilers. We got to fight Mary. Sister Mary. And she was hard. But yeah, so we want to maximize the amount of blood gain I get. Especially for like long drawn out boss fights like that. The more blood we can get, the better. Oh, we never actually put anything into this. For the most part, I don't care too much about blood, but I might want to rethink this. I might want to rethink this entire setup. Yep, gonna rethink this entire setup. Okay, yeah, you missed a bit of the stream. Yes, no, you missed about 2 hours, probably, of me playing this the other night. Anyway, I forgot to level up my 2 most important skills, so I should probably work on those instead. Then we'll go back to other things. Question, how much are these? 253. So getting the second tier upgrade seems like it's worth it. Getting the third, a little bit more dubious. Let's see, did I fix my levels? Yes, I can, I'm not running into that weird bug anymore. If that's what you're wondering. Okay, so that's stamina cap. Maximum health is kind of helpful, but, it's more important, nope, it's more important that I work on some of these other things here. But yeah, so, I guess, if you guys don't care too much about spoilers, you want to know what you missed, effectively, we found the Skal, camp underground, hung out there for a little bit, saved what's-his-face, the priest, by giving him our blood, and then, more or less found, like, a dead body outside. We tracked down the, the clues. And what do you know, Sister Mary's back from the dead and really wants to kill us. And that was about it. Anywho, let's see. So we've got a couple of things to do. I've also got some more money. I went back to see how much money I had grinded. And it was like 900 or something like that. So I just tacked that onto my totals. Anyway, can I afford this yet? No, I've only got... Okay, I've only got a couple of good handle parts. What about you? Okay, well, let's see if I can go buy things. But yeah, the fight versus Sister Mary was tough. Those stamina upgrades should make a massive difference here. I think this will be the last time I grind, though, because it is actually... It is actually... I'm not going to say torturous, but I have to fight so much. So many things. I don't wanna. Alright, so let's buy the good handle part. I don't think I need the rest of this stuff. But I want to go... We want to go shopping. We also want to see who's sick. Because that's the other thing. Because I almost never rest... Oh. Did nothing... We did level, yeah? Interesting that it didn't, It didn't immediately change anything. Anyway, so we need two cold cures. And I can go find Mason Swanborough. And then this whole area is sanitized. Holy crap, we are acing this. But yeah, we need 2 cold cures. And was it a migraine? It might have been a migraine. I should probably double check. It's you. Migraine. So what am I lacking? Let's see. 2 cold cures. And I've already got 1 for a migraine. Awesome! Oh, I've got some things to study. Okay, so regeneration serum. 500 health points instantly, then 300 over 15 seconds. Well, looks like I can just make these, like, no problem. Need a watery brisk blood sample. I don't entirely know which of these are the best, but that's okay. I'm just gonna load up on extra. And it's not too expensive. We need more opium, looks like. Oh, well, I mean, we're a vampire. Who knows what the effects of, like, opium on a vampire is. Okay, we do have some people to talk to. Specifically, Dr. Swansea. Alright. Oh, and we had something to do immediately here. Read my mail. I guess let's start with that. Dear Dr. Reid, I hope this letter will quickly find you, for I need to speak with you as soon as possible. The situation is evolving very quickly in the West End, and I'm convinced we are all now in great danger. The Guard of Prewin has launched a great hunt in London, and for a few nights they have been actively searching and killing any Akon they can locate. Lord Redgrave, chairman of the Ascalon Club, recently contacted me. He wishes to meet you immediately. Please come to my mansion any night that suits you. We must discuss all of this. With this letter, you will find an official pass that will allow you to go through any barricade or quarantine checkpoint throughout the city. Your friend, Lady Ashbury. Alright, good to know. Let's see. What are the repercussions on feeding on people? You get the bad end if you go that way. Oh, right. I was gonna go in here. Let's see what we can loot.
It's locked. Now that Dr. Ackroyd has been warned, he should make good use of this formula. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Okay, do we have any notes? There's some shillings. Yeah, so it looks like I just progressed the Ackroyd one. Whatever. I don't care too much as long as I don't kill the people. I was hoping there'd be interesting secrets or something in there, but it's decidedly very little. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Hello! Oh, is he downstairs? Where's Dr. Swansea? He ain't here. Oh, there he is. He's just hiding in a corner. I should probably mention this, seeing as I paused because Shell was bringing this to my attention, but there's a fan on above me. You might hear a slight clicking noise over the course of this video and maybe the next couple. You know, for like the next week or two, possibly here and there during the summer. I might see if I can get like a whisper quiet fan to put in my room, but I didn't actually think about that till now. Shall, can you do research on whisper quiet fans? Like utterly silent ones? I need a fan because it's very warm in here. Thank you. I love you. Alright. Anyway, so it's like 96 degrees outside, and the AC in my apartment isn't quite good enough to keep the apartment cool. You don't hear the clicking I'm talking about. That's good. I've got like audio settings, so hopefully you guys won't have to hear about it. Or you won't have to hear it at all, but it might happen. But yeah, it's super warm outside and super warm in here. Usually during peak recording hours for me, it is at its hottest, which sucks. Anywho, hello!
Jonathan, old chap, how are you tonight? I've seen little of you of late.
I was conducting research in my room, away from the nightly routines.
Of course, of course. Worry not, I understand. The situation has been testy around here. I won't deny it, but we still stand.
What news do you bring?
The news is not good, my friend. We try to keep the epidemic at bay, but street violence is escalating quickly.
How bad is the epidemic?
It is killing the infected patients faster, in less than 2 days now. The only blessing is that they are contagious for a shorter period.
Tell me more about the violence.
Geoffrey McCallum seems to have sent his war dogs on a hunt. On a nightly basis, Prewin patrols exterminate every skal and vampire they find.
Have they come closer to the hospital?
No. They mainly focus on fallen districts or abandoned buildings. But they're growing in numbers. They must be recruiting heavily.
Considering how many of them I've grinded to get 10,000 EXP twice, I've killed like 1,000 people, or more. possibly in the thousands. Like, I don't know what the population of early 1918 London was, but I've taken out a solid chunk of it. Like, enough that I would cause a actual economic, like, ding for the amount of people I have killed. And that's just me alone, single-handed. Those are the healthy people.
Have you any reliable friends in the West End who might assist me?
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance, of course.
What about the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole? Where are they?
There are only a few of us, and most others would not speak to you. I am the black sheep of our brotherly flock, you know.
What of my commission here at Pembroke Hospital?
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy. You remain one of us, and you are always most welcome.
I have received an alarming letter from Lady Ashbury. She wants me to meet her at her house. I have been granted safe passage.
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion, and with the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
Is the quarantine serving any purpose?
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin, its efficiency is limited.
Why have you never entered the lady's house? You are one of her good friends, are you not?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is, nor in what great esteem she must hold you to let you into her domain.
Thank you, Edgar. We shall speak again later.
Okay, so before we do any of that, bother with any of that, it's time for me to get my cure on. I'm fine with how this game is, I'm not going to complain about it, but playing this game makes me wish that there was a slightly more, I'm not going to say realistic, because obviously this is a vampire game, but how, I guess I could just talk to these characters, because we're not actually talking to them. We're just,
Thank you.
we're just giving them medicine. Okay, but like, I want to play a game that plays very much like this. You know, there's an epidemic going on. There's a pandemic. There's a something. Oh, I know where the person is. And you have to race to cure it. Maybe make it a magical disease, but in a fantasy realm or something like that. But you actually, like, there is a day-night timer. You know, I guess...
Is this supposed to be an hospital?
Oh, I hate that guy.
Hello again.
I'm eternally grateful.
Do you
Okay.
need medic?
Afraid.
I could talk to this guy, but I'll talk to him later. But like, so effectively, it's kind of like a Majora's Mask system where you have a limited amount of time before the game ends. And the goal is to kind of get... Oh, wow, that's real close. We're gonna go shopping first. I'm gonna wander around. There's some things to do, people to see. There's a guy, and I don't remember where he is. Is he over here? Because these are recovering. Where is this guy? He was in a really odd spot. I'll just wander around. We want to go up to Whitechapel anyway, because I want to buy some more gun parts, or no, sword parts. But so you have like a limited amount of time before the disease progresses, and based on your efforts, your success, and whatnot, the game can kind of go one of two ways. One, you let the city go, you know, get worse, and the other,
Stupid beast!
one, you let the game progress. Give me your blood. You let the game progress, you know, the disease, the emergency, and it makes the main plot of the game harder on you. Or no, not harder, easier, because you can do whatever, you know, your enemies are weaker or something like that. Or you can like avidly work to cure the city. Because in this situation he's talking, oh, hello. You know, Swansea was talking about how you know, the situation had gotten worse as of late. And, like, how rad would it be if you could actually have, like, a direct effect? Did I just kill a dude over here? I did. Wow, collateral. But, like, if you could actually progress towards the cure and potentially even cure the flu, which ultimately ends up making the game easier. Hello. A bit more reach than I was hoping. I was expecting he would. Into the bloodbath. Admittedly, I'm taking some damage here. Give me your blood. There we go. So the main story could change depending on the status of the disease. Yes, exactly. And so, like, if you're really like if you're really committed to it, you could actually like almost kind of circumvent a huge chunk of the plot by being thorough. You know, effectively, I'm going around making all of these districts cleaner, nicer. You know. I'm making all of these districts cleaner, nicer, everybody healthier, and whatever. I am actively making sure people, you know, are going to survive this, that I know. And so they're talking about, you know, the disease, you know, it's progressing, and, you know, the city's getting worse, but, like, straight up, like, the only people I know either have a cold or a migraine. Nobody has the flu. And that doesn't honestly bug me that much, but it does kind of break the immersion. I think it would be so much cooler if, like, straight up people had the flu, and so, like, some NPCs would just die off.
Fancy buying some?
You never...
An easy example, I guess, would be like, oh, this guy's got the good stuff. Okay, so we want to buy both of these. And both of these. We might have to come back later. A rivet. Ranged weapons mechanism, though. That's less useful for me. And I don't care about good trigger parts. I think I'm going to get plenty of those. But, like, me. I don't actually know where this guy is. He's somewhere over here. Near the graveyard. I guess I'll just head this direction. Dead Rising kind of did this. Not exactly, but the people that you would rescue would give you, like, a healthy chunk of EXP, and it made the game easier. But, like, if you didn't save them, they would just die, and that would be the end of it. Is that a... It's a mustard gas Zambo. That's a new one. Okay. Good to know. I think I went down the wrong alleyway. Okay, well, back we go. I'd fight more things, but I've been fighting too much already. But I always found Dead Rising to both be a kind of a mixture of bad design and really compelling design. The time limit was frustrating. I'd almost prefer it if it was kind of like this, where time only progresses when you stop, when you rest. And then otherwise, you know, it's kind of just like the implication that time is passing. Bloodborne, I guess, kind of did something similar where... There you are, mustard woman. Hello, mustard lady. Where'd he come from? Is he been just following me since the... Has he just been following me since the warehouse? That might be possible. Ow. Okay, this one kind of hurts. Oh, that's fine. Give me your blood. Thank you very much. Is that a werewolf? Yeah, so, creatures of the night in this game kind of all belong to similar families. See, Wanderbot, you have a gun. Yeah. But you know what I also have? I got a steak. And so far I have yet to actually be in a position where I desperately need the gun, so... Let's see, and he's healthy again, that's good. But I don't know, it would just be kind of neat to have a game with a time limit that's not like a hard time limit. I like soft time limits, where it's like, yeah, you do have a time limit, and if you do it wrong, you're in trouble, but it's not like the clock's constantly ticking to force you to, like, play over-aggressively. Hello.
I cannot win. You're mine.
Okay. I haven't seen these guys.
You're bleeding. Your prey is mine now.
They're actually kind of weak, honestly.
Gotcha.
It's neat that they actually use the same moves as me, but they're also kind of weak because I know exactly what they're going to use or what their moves are, so it's fine. Hey, thank you, Look Mage, for the resub. And ooh, they dropped the good bits. Yes. Okay, cool. So like a Persona time limit. Yeah, kind of. Except for like Persona 5 was really, really on like yeah, actually now that you bring it up, Persona is both the perfect example and a bad example. It's a game with a really good soft time limit. It's a game with a... It's a soft time limit. Wow, yeah, he just went down. I really like that AoE. It's fun. It's got a soft time limit. It just also has like a...
Watch out!
Really... It's also got a very over-aggressive... what would be the word? It railroaded you too much in the plot. Like, I think Persona 5 would have been much more interesting, to me at least, if it had been totally open. Like, if you had X handful of, you know, leads to follow, and you could kind of solve it in any order you wanted. And depending on how you solved it, it would have, like, different plot implications at different points. But that would be much harder to do and probably much worse as well. But it would have been cool. Let's see. Anyway, so we've got enough parts, I believe, to upgrade Dragonbane. Okay, now that's damage dealt, stamina consumption. So we want to do damage dealt. Switch. Nope, that's stamina consumption. Switch this back for blood. Ideally, I'd like to actually get a light weapon at some point that is all blood. Hacksaw would do it. Because, yeah, if I could get 10 blood points per hit with the Hacksaw, it would do less damage than, say, the Dragonbane. Let's see. Attack speed 10, stamina 20 versus... Question, which is slower? Oh. So the Hacksaw might straight up just be an improvement. Because I've been using Dragonbane and it does damage, but... I've got the parts for it. I'm gonna preemptively upgrade the Hacksaw. Because 3 more good handle parts and I can get this thing. Because, yeah, the Dragonbane would be nice, but 10 blood per hit with a sword. That's a little better. And it attacks faster. Like, straight up the perfect Hacksaw, I believe, is just going to do more damage, period. Oh, right, the other thing. So you wonder, do you have a Warframe glyph? No, every time they open up, open up for submissions, I am busy. Mostly, almost entirely my fault. Let's see, 10 stun. Now the truncheon is... What's the deal with the truncheon? Goes up to 35 stun. This goes up to 35 stun. Yeah, so there's no difference between one or the other. Except for stamina cost. So, pre-win stake. Stun points or stamina consumption. Okay, so I've already gotten those, so we'll just do even more stun. Cool. And I need a lot more good handle parts, but they're starting to spawn. And I don't know what to think about guns. I don't really use them. I probably should. Well, I guess do I have the parts to upgrade my current gun? Oh. Oh. I didn't realize I could recycle these. I guess I could have sold them, but I'm fairly wealthy, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. Hey, there's a bunch of opium. That's good. Let's see. Wander, are you going to be covering Kingdom Hearts 3? Yes. As soon as I'm done with Vampyr, I'm probably going to go back to... Oh, geez, this is going to take forever. I'll do that later off camera. I'm just going to do this. I don't like these sound effects anyway. As soon as I'm done with Vampyr, I'm probably going to start going back to binging through the Kingdom Hearts games. That's going to take a while, admittedly. But I'm already done with the first one, so that'll help. At least a little bit. Okay, so where is this guy? Is he... He's over here by this hideout, now that I think about it. Right? I think it is. Let's see. We'll wander to Graveyard Keeper when it comes out. I actually, I need to play the alpha. I know everybody else has been playing it, which is why I've been holding off. Usually I will play games that I don't think other people are going to be covering, to some degree. Or at least, I don't know, I try and be semi-picky, and if everybody and their mother is playing Graveyard Keeper, then, you know, it kind of falls down my list, because, you know, I'd rather cover some lesser-known games if I can. Like, Shape of the World. Beat that in less than an hour. I mean, it wasn't exactly a fantastic game, but it was kind of a pleasant little experience. Oh. The Guard of Prewin's in here. I really like fighting the Guard of Prewin. They're significantly easier to fight. See, and then we've also got this guy in here. Interesting thing about this game. Enemies give you the same amount of EXP no matter what level they are. This guy does not scale up in level too, which is interesting. Not really a big deal with me. But yeah, if I could beat Vampyr and Cultist Simulator, that opens up my my schedule tremendously. We've got a Rogue Skull and Large Beast. Eh. Oh. Oh, I know where it is. We have to go up through here, I think. This room. Cause he was like over here. He's in a really odd spot. I don't like getting to this guy's location. No, this isn't it. And where the heck is the guy? Is he like back over here? The problem is I literally do not remember where one of the townspeople is. Because yeah, there's a large beast down there. Which I guess I'm going to fight. Whoopsie doodle. That it? Is it dead? Wow. Yeah, you really can just wail on those guys and kill them. That's incredibly helpful. Still not what I'm looking for, though. And yet,
It's locked, all right.
I don't know. I'm confused. I'm very lost. If any of you guys remember how to get to this guy, please help me, because I legitimately do not remember where he is. But yeah, to get back on topic, Cultist Simulator is way longer than it has any business being, and it's kind of been driving me nuts. And I want to beat it. I hate it when I can't beat a game. I don't mind not beating games, but when it's a game that I want to beat and it's just so long that I physically can't beat it, it's a lot tougher on me, because it's just like, after a while I have to cover other games. I can't just keep playing one game for, you know, weeks and months. So for a game like Vampyr, it's really easy. I can just be like, alright, yeah, I'm done. Problem solved. I get the feeling we go into that church at some point. Maybe. It is one hell of a creepy church, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, I have no idea where this guy is. He's like somewhere over here. Oh, is he in that weird like combat motel? Like, is it right in here? It might actually just be right in here, and he's like on the upper level of it. Oh, I can track him.
You
by...
feeble!
What the? What? Hi. So you can track him by turning on his quest. I think this is it, though. Yeah, this is it.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
It cannot be safe for a blind man to live here alone. Let me enter, sir. I swear I mean you no harm.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman. All right, Doctor, come on in. Tell me, how do you see the world these days? So what is the name of my nocturnal visitor?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. As I already explained to you, I'm inquiring about the epidemic.
Dr. Reid? The eminent surgeon? My God, I'd never have expected a brilliant physician like you to knock on my door.
You flatter me, sir.
No, sir, I am flattered. I read all your work when I still had my sight. I loved it. I'm Mason Swanborough, by the way.
Do you know Braille, Mr. Swanborough?
I'm no expert, but I learned it in my spare time, yes. Why?
I found a strange document entitled Cure for Blindness. It's written in Braille, so I thought perhaps it was yours.
Really? Is that some kind of sick joke? Let me see.
Here it is.
This letter seems authentic. And it actually refers to an experimental cure for blindness. You have piqued my interest, Dr. Reid.
Could it be of any use to you?
No. This page is just a part of a larger diary. I'd be glad if you could find the other pages.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
I hear them hissing and scratching at my door every night. The sick made mad by the fever. But these walls are thick, and my lock is solid.
And what else have you learned about me, Mr. Swanborough?
I know you assisted Professor Carell in France, and that you invented a new blood transfusion method based on his work.
Yes. Those were frustrating but exciting days. I loved it.
Yes, the thrill of research and discovery. This is what drives people like us, Dr. Reid. Oh, how I envy you.
Does someone take care of you in this isolated place?
My sister Loretta and I have our daily routine. Every morning and evening she comes by so we can talk and eat. Then she leaves and I stay.
Do you not appreciate your sister's visits?
Loretta is the best and worst thing that happened to me, and I believe she could say the same thing about me.
Where does your sister go?
Well, let's just say, she earns enough money for us both.
What's so amusing about that?
I won't hide the truth from you. Loretta sells a fake miracle elixir to the sick people of Whitechapel.
You seem unwell.
Actually,
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, so we're done
Goodbye.
with this guy. And with that, we've met and quote-unquote cured every single person in Whitechapel.
In this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
It's locked, all right.
Let's see. Are we good? Is that everything? Almost. Vampires feed on the soul. Vampires drink our blood, but they feed on our soul. How could we believe that any man or woman killed by these foul creatures, bitten on by their filthy mouths, could then be accepted in heaven? No, their bodies have been defiled, and their souls have been corrupted. Their place is now in hell. With the legions of blood-sucking demons, vampires feed on our souls. More from Clarence Crossley. Alright. And we're good to go. Off we get out of here. Raid a blind man's house. You
What
steal
kind
from
of
the
gentleman
blind
pays
guy.
visits to people at this late hour?
I mean, I did cure his migraine. If somebody just came along and just handed me, like, a drink that just straight up got rid of my migraine, I mean, for starters, I'd be really, really, like... I'm not sure if I would believe them. But then I'd be very happy and probably pay them, you know, $5 or whatever. Maybe. I mean, that sounds super dubious, but, like, migraines freaking suck. Anywho. Let's see. So, I believe with that, he's recovering. Recovering. Sanitized. Healthy, and we haven't met the other section. He just took the table money. He didn't see you. I mean, he probably heard me. He's blind. Not completely shut off from the world. Okay. So we do have a couple other shopkeepers here. But I don't remember them... No, the rest are medicinal related, which isn't that helpful.
Distribute flowers at this
If it weren't for the whole achievement slash like good ending of don't kill a single person, I would probably selectively kill off a couple of these people. But I guess from a pure role-playing standpoint, I am not Judge Dredd here. I'm not Judge, Jury, and Executioner all at once. How can I get through here?
I cannot enter.
That sucks. Oh, right. We're supposed to go there. Can I get there from here? Because that would be lovely. Have a shortcut. No, it looks like I'm just shy of it. We gotta go around. Or not?
This is despicable.
Yum yum, rat snacks. Mm. Okay, yeah, we gotta go around, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm not a big fan of homeopathic medicine. I'm sure...
It's locked, all right.
I'm sure that there's some homeopathic-y things that actually have functional effects, but most of them usually just end up being quackery. So the idea of somebody coming along and being like, here, drink this, it'll cure your migraine, I'd be like, you're insane. Is this locked too? I think I could have actually opened this gate at some
locked.
point. Alright, the long way around it is, and let's go back and grab the gate as we go by. Not that big of a deal. I do kind of wish, like, as we got further up in levels, we got a faster sprint here. Not a big deal. But it'd be nice to have, like, kind of a vamp-powered sprint along the way. I was watching the Total Biscuit Memorial podcast, and it was interesting listening to them because they had a lot to say, but one of the things that bugged me, that stood out and bugged me and whatever, was there were two things. One was the number of people that had, like, contacted Jenna? I don't actually remember, but approached Total Biscuit's wife either demanding money now that he was dead, saying that he owed, that Total Biscuit had owed them money as well. Which is, like, way despicable, like, ugh. I think I said that before, but it's still just like, yeah. You don't do that. After my grandfather died, people were trying to get money from my grandmother. And they're hella poor. Let's just keep going around. Just trying to go for shortcuts is just going to get me in trouble. The other was that a number of people were, oh, hello.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
I really wish they had done more with his design, because he's just a person with, like, these weird
Tired of all these puppet shows.
How cool would it have been if he actually looked like some kind of primal, like, druidic spirit or something like that, made out of pure blood? I guess it's kind of like one of the demons from Agony, but not garbage.